Good evening. Who would like a Tuesday night quickie? I just wanted to apologise because I meant to do a brew day video on Sunday. I just landed back from the US the day before. Body clock was all messed up, so I woke up dead early. I was in here for half 5 a.m. that is, and just set to it. And I did do an intro ready to record some things through the day, but events overtook us. It was a double brew, so we maxed out those twice, filled that, well not filled it, it's about 700 litres in it. I can't even get close enough to get it on the frame, there we go. It's about 700 litres in it, and fermenting away nicely now. It's obviously been in there since Sunday, where are we now, Monday, Tuesday, so proper fermentation, and it's looking good. It's maintaining its temperature. I dropped another pond pump into there, which is feeding the, I was going to say glycol, but it's not. It's just literally just water at the moment. We've set the main tank to about 0.5 degrees so it doesn't freeze up, and that is sufficient to keep that 700 litres of beer in there at 20. Might be a bit more challenging when we come to crash cool it. It's also feeding the cold rooms or the conditioning room and keeping that at a steady 13-14 degrees, so that's working well as well. I discovered that this very tank is only the one that was used to brew the gold medal winning Oregon Trail by Andy Parker and Elusive. No pressure then. Keg Logistics finally have delivered more casks to us, so I can stop scrounging using old beat up ones and trying to borrow them off people and trying to find scrappers that from defunct breweries around the back of pubs. It was that bad a couple of weeks ago. We just literally didn't have any packaging. We were looking for anything to put beer in. However, another 20 have arrived now, so that's more than enough to keep us going for a while. So happy with that. So the brew day Saturday, Sunday. See, I'm still not right. I'm still not adjusted. Sunday, the brew day went really well. But it was a long one. Finished at 10 p.m. Started at 5:30 a.m. as I said. But I've got a double brew in the tank now. So I'm sacrifice. It's only time, right? We are currently giving these a bit of TLC. So they've all been properly caustic scrubbed. Bit of elbow grease applied. And they're looking lovely now. These two are empty as well, ready to be filled. We've had a good caustic soak and pump through everything. And you'll notice I've got literally every hose that I possess is in use here, because I've been pumping caustic through it, then I've been pumping water through. Now currently we've got Persic going through as well, so they'll all be shiny and new inside. I'll get them off in a minute and packed away. Just pulled it. I forgot. That's filling at the moment, and there's no way of it stopping other than me. So once that, tell me when it reaches that line, guys. Not much else to tell you really. I've run out of beer. the bitter that we made just sold immediately. Gone. That was 8 casks, and I didn't want to make another batch until we were absolutely sure that it worked. And obviously it did. So the feedback is do it again. So we're doing it again on Saturday or Sunday into there. And a couple of weeks, a couple of weeks plus another 2 weeks conditions. So another month and we'll have another batch out. I can't do a double because that's full, but I could fill both of them with bitter, perhaps. I've got the ingredients. I'll have a think about that. Certainly we'll be doing 8 anyway. So I had my first negative review. Well, not negative. A lady had a pint of Murgy at one of the pubs and said it smelt of vinegar, but the aftertaste was okay, which was a bit baffling. So anyone that knows me knows, right, I'm kind of triggered a little bit now. I'm going to go find out what's going on. So I contacted, well, first of all, I responded to the feedback and said, sorry you didn't enjoy it. It's not supposed to be vinegary, clearly. And let her know that I was going to have a chat with the pub just to make sure that the cask was okay. Every other pint out of it seems to be all right. That was the last beer out the cask. I'm not sure how many days they'd had it on. I'm not suggesting they had it on too long, but I just don't know whether that was right at the end of its life or not. And then I rang every pub that had taken that batch and asked if they've had any feedback at all, and it was all positive. So weird. Don't know what it could have been, anything. But either way, it's out there now on Untapped, and if it means that you could get poor reviews on the basis of things that I completely am not able to control, like how a beer is served in a pub or kept in a pub, then I'm wondering whether it's going to be a problem in future. Either way, we're 63 for 1, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. And if you look at the reviews for Moston Dragon, they're great. So, and there's a nice picture on there that makes me want one right now. In fact, I might go and get one right now on the way home. I've had to steal the Inkbird off Fermenter 2 to go on to Big Boy over there. So I need another Wi-Fi Inkbird. I've got one that's not Wi-Fi, but I am quite liking being able to check them from home. It did alert me that night, if you remember, when we had problems with those solenoids blocking. We had the little midnight dash to fix it, so they are quite useful to be able to remotely check them. I'm out of bitter completely, as I probably said earlier in the video, and I've got 2 casks of Murgy that are ready. That's after we've accounted for all this week's deliveries, which will go out on Thursday night. Fortunately, on Friday I've got another 8 Murgy casks and another 8 after that, about 5-6 days later. So we've got plenty right now, but as fast as we can make it, we're just sort of treading water. So people are asking me, are we going to be doing bottles, cans? Are we going to be kegging stuff? I just run out of days in the week to do it. Simple. I can only make what I can make in the time available. But this is going to help us get ahead of ourselves. A double brew into that means I don't have to brew the following week, or I can brew the following week, and we can start to broaden the number of customers that we're dealing with. I'll definitely be filming the Moston Dragon, the bitter brew, next week, because you've not seen that one. That'll be a new brew day, so I'll get that filmed at the weekend and uploaded as soon as I can. We've replaced these little ball valves now with the stainless ones. There's nothing wrong with the one on this. I don't think it was stainless, I think it was brass, and they were almost as cheap to buy 2 as to buy 1. And finally, for the twitchy buggers amongst you, the ones that have been like, oh, that John Guest fitting's going to blow off, we now have the correct stainless steel 1/4-inch BSP ball valve, so you can relax now. Whew. When they're clean, they really show the scuffs. Actually, this equipment's had some use over the years, and I think they've been cleaning it with, you know, pretty scratchy things. You can see at the bottom, look, that's not me, little scribbles. However, it's clean, that's all that matters. The same in this one as well. Very scuffed around the bottom, but it's what we've got. It works, and they're beautiful, and they're ours, so I'm not complaining. You'll notice I've bored a hole in the lid here, which I need to put some sort of stopper in on Saturday. That's so that I can use that clean in place, the spinny ball nozzle. It's been a bugger to get in there. It's just a bit too deep to reach with your arm and clean. So I'm hoping the clean in place will make life a little bit easier. It's had one run so far, and it just sprayed out the lid everywhere around the outsides of this. So need to think about how we seal that up better for next time. But yeah, progress. Move the grain over here because the mash tun's gone now, which was in that corner there. Tom from I don't know the name of his brewery. It's in Sweden. Anyway, Tom from Sweden has something like Klondike or something like that. I'll put it up on the screen when I remember later. Anyway, he's got a little brewery in Sweden. They can't get small used equipment out there. There's really no market for it, so he's brought it up from over here in the UK. That was picked up on Saturday, which gave me a bit of room to shove my kegs and casks back there, because these 20 had arrived simultaneously. And we've moved the grain over here now, so we've got the grain on a pallet, and I'm going to put that in some sort of covered over. Maybe I'll extend these rooms and have just an ambient one, just to keep it out of view. You'll see these chairs in the back as well. Please, this was such a mistake. They're just taking space up. I'm never going to use them in here. I'd love to, but you can see how much space we've got now. It's like nothing. We need to rethink that. If anybody wants 24 metal chairs that need recovering, get in touch. No sensible offer refused. Otherwise, I might have to just give them to the scrap guys, because they just get on my nerves now, in the way. And we've installed a drain for the condensation now, which will go straight into this bucket. There's a trough, I won't open it now, but there's a trough underneath those fans, which is collected into the bucket there. So that was your quickie update. Oh, and I brought a fridge in from home. There you go. This is not my home fridge, but this is a fridge which currently contains hops, I think. Oh, hang on, yeah. Just got some hops in there. And a few bottles of water. Get in there. Yeah, this was the homebrew fridge that I had in the shed. I've not nicked the fridge out the kitchen, so I'd be in trouble. And we're all set basically, so I'm going to sort these hoses out and then we're going to go home, because Elliot's cooking tea. See you later.